What's up, guys? Listen, I wanted to come to you and drop my top five NBA MVP candidates going into next season. Now, listen, I know we're in football mode, but it's always good to make sure that we still keep the NBA in mind. Our friends over at the association, right? So I'm gonna drop who I believe in particular order, who will be in the conversation for MVP, who will have a chance at winning the MVP, and why. Yeah, it may be a couple on this list that y'all are not gonna like straight up. I ain't even gonna lie to you, but whatever, it's cool. I'm used to the bashing and the smoke that y'all give me, so I'm not even mad about that. So I'll start from 5 to 1. Number 5. I feel like Joel Embiid is going to be in the conversation. Easily Joel Embiid could have gotten MVP last year. Jokic had a crazy season. Don't worry, Jokic is not on my list. I do not believe that he'll be in the MVP conversation this year. But look, Jokic had a crazy year last year, but Joel Embiid is going to be in the conversation. I think that him and James Harden have developed major chemistry, major cohesiveness, and I think that is going to definitely, I mean, they didn't do too well in the finals. In the playoffs last year. Joel was hurt though, so we don't know what that whole playoff run could have been had we had Joel at complete health. Obviously, James Harden probably wasn't at complete health either. But with both of them being healthy, Joel Embiid can easily give you 30 and 10 on any given night after night after night after night after night. We already know where Joel Embiid could be. So I believe that Joel Embiid is definitely going to be in the MVP conversation. Would not be surprised if he himself actually took the award. Number 4. Okay, I'm trying to have some sense here because y'all know I wanted to put this man up higher on my list. I have Paul George in the MVP conversation. I have Paul George on this list of MVP candidates, and I'm going to tell you why. Kawhi Leonard is back. John Wall is joining the team. Obviously, the Clippers are going to be a focal point of the season, right? Because there's a lot, Twitter folks, NBA folks, media folks, world folks that look at their roster and say they have a legitimate chance at winning the West. They can literally come out of the conference and represent the West in the finals, right? Of course, barring any injury and folks stay healthy. That's the biggest question mark. It's the biggest knock on the Clippers is that they have to remain healthy. But with Ty Lue, their head coach, and knowing how to put his guys in good positions and knowing how to put his guys in certain rotations to make them successful. The last time we saw Paul George with a player of this caliber at the point guard position, it was Russell Westbrook. And Russell Westbrook had Paul George in the MVP conversation. I love John Wall. I love the addition of John Wall. John Wall at this point in his career is definitely a pass first point guard. He's going to be looking to feed the ball to Paul George. He's going to be looking to feed the ball to Kawhi Leonard. And I think that's just going to create so much. Also, look, we have to just keep in mind that these MVP candidates, they obviously have to be on a team that's creating some type of buzz, right? So, and obviously the more wins you rack up, the more buzz your team is going to have. And I think from the jump, with everybody healthy, the Clippers are going to be right there in the spotlight. As an LA team, they're going to be right there in the spotlight to really be the team to get it done this season. Again, barring injury. So with the addition of John Wall, Kawhi Leonard coming back, I think that this is going to open the door for Paul George to have an incredible season. He's going to be linked back up with his trainer that he has been linked up with for the last couple of seasons that helped him be in that MVP conversation when he was with Russell Westbrook in OKC. So I got him at number 4, man. I got him at number 4. I'm going to put Steph Curry at number 3. He's coming off of a championship with the Warriors. For some unapparent reason, I kind of feel like people still ain't giving Steph his respect, man. Like, we have these conversations about top 10 players, and there are people that after the man has 4 championships, 2 MVPs, one of those being unanimous, finally a finals MVP, there are still folks that do not believe that he even belongs in the top 10 conversation. I think that he hears the chirping. He's no fool. He hears the chirping, and I think that he's gonna make it his business to ball out this year. I wouldn't be surprised. Hot take right here, not even a hot take, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Steph Curry on the lines of breaking his own 3-point record in a season. 3-point shots, buckets in a season. Like he might break his own damn record, because I know he holds the record now. He might break his own damn record. I expect him to go nuts next year. I expect him to certainly be in this conversation as far as MVP. Number 2, I'm gonna leave somebody off this list, y'all. And y'all, I don't know how y'all gonna feel about it. Y'all might be indifferent to it. Y'all might be okay. That's fine. Number 2, I said it, and I'm gonna stick with it. I think Jayson Tatum is going to have one of those MVP years. I think he's going to go crazy. He heard the chirping. He heard folks talking about how he didn't step into what was right there in front of him as far as being the guy. He heard people talking about how he was deferring to Jaylen Brown. I think he's heard things about how this is Jaylen Brown's team and not his. I think he's heard things about how this is Marcus Smart's team. It's not his. The addition of Malcolm Brogdon is going to bring out a completely different beast in Jayson Tatum. I think he's going on somewhat of a revenge tour. You know what I mean? I can see the Boston Celtics right back in the same position that they were in this year in the NBA Finals. So we'll see. But if he can just step into it, we already know that Jayson Tatum could go off for 30, 40 points a night, man. We already know this. You know what I mean? But I think that just the additions that they've made in the offseason is going to make him that better of a player, where he can completely focus on his game, do his thing. And I think that that's going to bring about MVP conversation for him, man. I think that he's going to be in the MVP conversation. Number 1. This is tough. Number 1. I'm kind of battling back and forth in my head, y'all, about who's going to be at this number 1 position. Obviously, I don't have LeBron on the list yet. I don't have Luka on the list yet. I don't have Kevin Durant on the list yet. Yeah, so that's probably the top 3. If I had to pick one, though, as far as who would be in the MVP conversation out of all of them, I'd probably go Luka. I go Luka at 1. I want to do KD because I feel like he might be on the same vibe as Jayson Tatum and might like be on some revenge tour, stuff, because we wasn't feeling his performance in the NBA playoffs last year. I mean, got swept by the Boston Celtics. I mean, easily looked like he just was completely stoppable. I mean, but before that, there wasn't any inclination that there was any way that you can stop Kevin Durant. The Boston Celtics made it look super effortless. So I feel like maybe he's going to be on some, I'm going to come back and get it. But I like Luka. I like Luka in this situation. I actually like Dallas a lot next year, man. Jalen Brunson wasn't really moving the needle for me, so the fact that he's gone is okay. I'm pretty sure that the Mavericks have added somebody that is slipping my mind, that I'm gonna look up, because y'all got time, I got time, and y'all can, chat with me. I'm keeping a damn video under 10 minutes. Y'all can at least stay here with me for 10 minutes, okay? So let me see who they added. I don't know who. Maybe they can add somebody, make sure that Luka got some help. Damn, I feel like I'm missing somebody. Oh, Christian Wood. They added Christian Wood. Him and Christian Wood. I knew I wasn't tripping. They added Christian Wood, right? So I know y'all probably like Christian Wood, whatever. I had to look on my phone and make sure. I got a million things going on in my mind. Okay, don't judge me. But Christian Wood, balling with Luka, man. This might need something. I still feel like they might need some extra help. They might need like another piece real quick. But Luka is going to do him. If Luka can stay healthy, barring any injury, Luka likely will win MVP next year. He's a dog. Luka's nasty. We know what Luka give. We know what Luka do. Do I need to really go in depth about how slow the man play the game and just will cook you at any given moment? Listen. Number 1 is Luka Doncic. Number 2 is Jayson Tatum. Number 3, who did I have at number 3? Let me go back through it. Damn, because I kind of did this off the dome. Luka at number 1. Jayson Tatum at number 2. I had Paul George at number 4. I had Joel Embiid at number 5. Damn, y'all, who the heck did I have at number 4? Oh man, I can't even think right now. Listen, y'all heard the list. It's gonna come back to me though. Damn, I'm mad about that. But those are my top MVP folks. I'm upset that I can't think of who the heck I had at number 4. Joel, Paul George, Steph. All right, boom. So Joel Embiid at 5, Paul George at 4, Steph Curry at 3, Jayson Tatum at 2, Luka Doncic at 1. I told you I wouldn't keep y'all no longer than 10 minutes. It's been 10 minutes. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. Those are my top 5 MVP candidates projecting into next NBA season. So yeah, like it, love it, don't matter. Y'all will respect it. In the meantime, in between time, see y'all on the timeline.